Ma'am, you are not audible.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. So we have started our second unit, right? So in that we have seen what is a variational principle, and we are going to use a maxima and minima in this chapter. And we have seen the Euler-Lagrange's differential equation. Okay, for I to be extremum, we are going to use a Euler-Lagrange's equation. Okay, we have seen this in the two format. First with the maxima minima condition, that is and next we are going to use it by delta variation, right? Next, now let us go for some examples. Okay, is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us go for the examples. This example already we know about this, how to go for how to find out this, or rather we know the answer of this example. That means the example is show that the shortest distance between any two points is a straight line, right? What is the question? Show that the shortest distance between any two points is straight line. Okay, what is our aim to show? That is, we have to show that we have to take first to any two points, and we have to show that the distance between any two points, the shortest distance is a straight line. Now let me draw some different path. Now first we will find out the distance between this, and then we will generalize the concept that how to find out the shortest distance, right? So I hope you remember we have seen initially in the introduction of this, like this second chapter, we have taken one, rather two neighboring points, and we have found the distance between these two neighboring points by using the distance formula, and then we have generalized the concept, that is we have taken the value distance formula, and which is nothing but under root of dx square plus dy square. Why it is dx square plus dy square? Because we have taken the distance formula for these two neighboring points, very very smaller distance between the neighboring point. And you can see, if you see any very small distance, it is nothing but a straight line. Rather, if you have a very large circle, so for a large circle, if you take any two neighboring point, the distance between two neighboring point or the path followed by this is nothing but a straight line. So by using distance formula, we have found this one. Now, next we have to find out the length of the path between the two points, and that we are going to denote it by integration I, which is nothing but the integration from points P to Q. And what will be the resultant? It is nothing but integration ds. So after that, we have done some simplifications, and we have found integration x1 to x2, 1 y dash square dx. आठवते का कुणाला? In the
Yes,
intro
ma'am.
this lecture, we have done this. Okay, no need to repeat. And I have told you that we have to do this in another way also. That is, instead of taking dx common, we can take a dy common, and we can have the resultant as under root of 1 plus x dash square dy. Right? So this is what the distance between the two points P and Q given by using the distance formula. Right. Now, what is our aim to find out? For I to be extremum. Rather, in the case of extremum, we are going to find out the minimum. Why minimum we are going to find out? Because we need to find out the shortest distance between the two points P and Q. And we want to show that the shortest distance is a straight line. So for that, what we have to do, for I to be minimum, or rather for I to be extremum, the integrand f must satisfy, the integrand f must satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation, correct? By using our last formula, integration I is nothing but integration of f of x, y, y dash dx within the limits say x1 to x2 for I to be extremum, what we got the result f satisfies Euler-Lagrange's equation. F satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation. So here we are going to use the same result Euler-Lagrange's theorem. For I to be minimum, f must satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation. Now in this case, what is f? This is nothing but your integrand is nothing but your f, correct? So instead of having anything here, इथे जे काही इंटिग्रंट असेल ते काय असणार आहे तुमचं f, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Equal to under root of 1 plus y dash square. So this is what your f. F must satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation. So what is Euler-Lagrange's equation? We will write down dou f by dou y minus d by dx of dou f by dou y dash is equals to 0. Now let me find out the value of dou f by dou y. Can anyone tell me what is the value of dou f by dou y?
0.
Why it is 0? Because there is no term of a y in a function f minus d by dx of f with respect to y dash. Hmm.
1 by 2 into square root of 1 plus y dash square.
Then derivative of y dash square we should take na. This is true for root x. Derivative of root x we can write 1 upon 2 under root of x. But derivative of x is also we have to write down na. So here what is the derivative of y dash square or derivative of this whatever under root. Under root च्या मध्ये जे काही असेल त्याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह घेतो ना आपण.
2
आठवत
y
आहे?
dash. 2 y dash. 2 y dash.
2y dash. So 2 get cancelled, which is equals to 0. Now we get the resultant. What the equation we have is now d by dx of this minus sign we can merge out and it will be y dash upon under root of 1 plus y dash square is equals to 0. Okay. Now what we will do is actually now we can find out the derivative also, or if we want to find out the derivative it will be somewhat difficult, right? Y dash is a function of we have to differentiate y dash upon under root of 1 plus y dash square with respect to x. So at that time we have to use a u by v rule. So instead of doing so much complications, what we will do is we will integrate the above equation with respect to x, right? So integration derivative get cancelled, integration within the limits say x1 to x2, or rather we can have the common without limit integration, right? Without having any limit we can find out the integration of this term, integration of d by dx of y dash upon under root of 1 plus y dash square dx, integration with respect to x is there, so which is equal to 0, or rather we can have which is equal to some constant c. So integration derivative get cancelled, we get the resultant term as y dash upon under root of 1 plus y dash square is equals to some constant, right? So we get this result. The constant c is included, so the limits of integration we haven't used. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to just solve this equation. We have to show that we get the equation of rather the different distance between any 2 points is a straight line we want to show, shortest distance. Okay. So for that, let me solve this. So for solving this, what we will do is we will square on both sides. Okay. So this will be y dash square divided by 1 plus y dash square is equals to c square, right? So we can write this as y dash square is equals to c square 1 plus y dash square. Okay. So now we can take a y dash square common. What will be the resultant if we take y dash square common? It is 1 minus c square. If you're confusing, let me write down the another step. It is c square plus c square y dash square. Y dash square I have taken common. So if I take y dash square common from here, it is 1. And if I take y dash square common from here, it is c square. On this side, it will be with negative sign. is equals to what we remains only c square. So resultant we get y dash square is equals to c square upon 1 minus c square. So what will be the value of y dash we can have? It is nothing but c na, or rather we can say plus or minus c upon under root of 1 minus c square. Barobar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I will do, actually we can have the value of this term, this c is constant, right? C is a constant of integration. Okay. What will be c square? That will be also one constant. 1 minus c square. ते पण एक constant असणार आहे. That constant it can take any value from real line. Okay. So what will be c square upon 1 minus c square? That will be also one constant. So that constant we can name it as some another one, that we can have y dash of is equals to this whole term we can name as some constant capital K. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
बिकॉज सी हे कॉन्स्टंटच आहे ना, सी अपॉन अंडर रूट ऑफ 1 मायनस सी स्क्वेअर ते पण एक कुठला तरी कॉन्स्टंटच येणार आहे, राईट. सो वी गेट वाय डॅश इज इक्वल टू के. सो इफ आय गोइंग टू इंटिग्रेट दिस इक्वेशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्स, because y dash is nothing but dy by dx is equals to some constant k. So if I am going to integrate this equation, we get y is equals to kx plus some another constant, say we can take it as some constant b, right? So what is this equation? Can anyone remember what is this equation?
Equation of straight line.
Right. It is equation of a straight line in the form of y is equals to mx plus b.
Mx plus c.
Sorry, mx plus c or b, whatever it is. M is a slope, c is a y-intercept. So we can say now this is what an equation of a straight line. So how we have found the result? Let me go one by one. What is our aim to show that? Show that the shortest distance between the any two points is a straight line. Okay. What is our aim to find out? The shortest distance between any two points is a straight line. First, we will find out the distance between the 2 points. Okay, and after that, will show that that whatever the distance we have calculated with the help of a extremum or I to be extremum, we can use a Euler-Lagrange's equation, and then we will show that the shortest distance is a straight line. For that, first we have taken any 2 points P and Q, and then afterwards, in between them, we are going to take any two neighboring points so that we can use a distance formula and we can find out the distance between the points P and Q. Okay. Now we have got the value of integral I. Now we can use a Euler-Lagrange theorem. So for I to be extremum, what we should be have condition F satisfy Euler-Lagrange equation. Okay. What is F in this case? F is nothing but the integrand. dx ला सोडून जे काही असेल तिथे ते काय असणार आहे तुमचं f असणार आहे, right? So now we have to use Euler-Lagrange equation. Solve the Euler-Lagrange equation. I hope you are able to solve the derivative integration, right? And these derivative integration in classical mechanics, whatever we are studying now, are not so much difficult that we have done for 12th standard. 11th 12th मध्ये याच्यापेक्षा अवघड डेरिव्हेटिव्ह सॉल्व्ह केलेत ना, integrations डेरिव्हेटिव्ह. So we have to solve very easy integration, and then we get the result that the shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line. Okay. Any doubt with this?
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
y is equal to 1 I in a root. No, y is equal to I is equal to x1 to x2 1 plus x dash square dy ह्याचा यूज का केला नाही आपण?
कशाचा यूज नाही केला? Please repeat what you have told me. Hello. Hello. I think she is asking this one, no? Why we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what is her question? Instead of using this integration, why we haven't used this one, na? So let me show you what will happen if we are going to use that. Okay, same result no doubt we are going to take. That will be having the integration x1 to x2 integration of under root of 1 plus x dash square dy. Correct? Okay. Now, if you go back to our result, okay, what is our result? Integration f of x y by dash dx. Integration I is extremum. हे integration extremum होणार आहे. Rather, it may be either minimum maximum if f satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation. Okay. So now if you can see here, this is here dx and here we have dy, correct? So while using this, what we have to do? We have to do some changes, correct? So here we have this is dou f by dou y minus d by dx of dou f by dou y dash. This is an equation corresponding to this integrand, okay? But if you have something different integrand, you have to use that equation correspondingly, okay? So इथे जिथे y असेल तिथे तुम्हाला x करावं लागेल ना. So here it is integration is with respect to x and here integration is with respect to y. So what should be our equation now? It is dou f by dou x minus d by dy of dou f by dou x dash is equals to 0. Okay, so what will be integrand f? That is nothing but 1 plus under root of x dash square. आता सॉल्व करताना तेच येणार आहे ना रिझल्ट. इज इट क्लिअर? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have used that because we have done this already by using the integration with respect to x. Here we have integration with respect to y. So corresponding changes you have to do in your Euler-Lagrange's equation. Okay. I hope this was a question for your in इसके टाइप में कोई एक क्वेश्चन था शायद फर्स्ट असाइनमेंट में. Actually it is d by dt of dou L by dou Qj dot. It is like this, no? So wherever you are having to integration with respect to x, that corresponding changes you have to do in your Euler in Lagrange's equation and also in the Euler-Lagrange's equation. Okay. So let us go for the next one. I hope you come across the name geodesy. ऐकलत का कुठे geodesy?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Initially there was 41 students, no? Now only 34 were there. Why would they have left it? So geodesy is a curve which gives the shortest distance between the 2 points. What is geodesy? It is nothing but the curve which gives shortest distance between any 2 points. The curve which gives shortest distance between the 2 points. Okay. Now what is the next example? We have to show that geodesy on the surface of a sphere, the arc of a great circle is arc of a great circle. Okay, this is whatever next example that will solve in this lecture. Okay. So what is a geodesy? The curve which gives the shortest distance between the 2 points. Okay. Now, what is our aim to show that? Show that the geodesy on the surface of a sphere is an arc of a great circle. Okay. First, we'll draw the sphere. Assume that this is a sphere. Actually, I am not so much perfect in the drawings. Okay. So actually, we assume that we are having a sphere. Assume that you have a ball or football anywhere, anything in your home. So what is our aim to find out? Geodesy on the surface of a sphere, and we have to show that this is the arc of a great circle. What do you mean by a great circle? हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am.
हा, ग्रेट सर्कल म्हणजे काय? Okay, imagine that you have a football or anything which is in the form of a sphere. Okay, what you do, you have to cut it. Okay, you have to cut it, and no doubt, if it is a sphere, obviously there will be a some center असणार आहे ना त्याला काहीतरी. Okay, so suppose that we have a sphere and we have to cut it, and if you are going to cut it from the center, जहाँ पे आप center में से cut करते हो, let us assume that we are cutting the sphere. Okay, so whenever you are going to cut it from the center, so what I will get if I am going to cut a sphere? Can anyone tell me? Imagine करा आणि सांगा काय मिळणार आहे sphere ला असं cut केल्यानंतर?
Semi-sphere.
No, I am not saying it is semi-sphere. I have to cut it
Circular
whatever I have shown in this
Yes,
image.
one circle.
Hello.
Pieces मिळणार ना.
हाँ, ते पीसेस कसे दिसणार है?
circular मैम.
सपोज आप एक खरबूजा लेके काट रहे हो घर पे, अभी उसके दिन है ना, इसलिए वही बोल रही हूँ. डोंट कट इट इन द फॉर्म. वट एवर आई हैव शोन, यू हैव टू कट इट इन दैट फॉर्मेट. Okay, so whenever you are going to cut it from the center of the sphere, what you will get, if imagine that there is nothing inside. Okay, sphere मतलब क्या होता है, अंदर कुछ नहीं होता है ना, just like a football. Okay, so there is nothing inside
Rings
and you have to
वाले
cut it.
पाहिजे.
So you are going to get a rings. Now suppose here is a center. Okay, assume that here is a center. So if I am going to cut it from the center, so whatever this ring I am going to get, out of all those ring, which one will be the largest ring?
Which is cut in center.
Which is having from the center. So that is nothing but your great circle. Great circle means what? Whenever you are going to cut your sphere and if you are going to cut it from the center, जहाँ पे आप सेंटर में से कट कर रहे हो उसी उस पार्ट को हम क्या बोलेंगे? ग्रेट सर्कल. राइट. आप कोई भी रिंग ले लो, वो ऑब्वियसली उस लार्जर रिंग जो भी हम सर्कल के सॉरी स्फीयर के सेंटर में से जो ले रहे हैं उससे ऑब्वियसली लेस देन होंगे ना, because whenever you are going to see, yeah, in the image itself you can see the radius is smaller but the largest radius is here only, right? Have you understood this concept?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just do a imagination that आप एक कड़ंगड़ा या कोई तरबूज काट रहे हो, imagine that there is nothing inside and you have to cut it in that format. रियली में घर पे कट मत करो ऐसे, अदरवाइज सब लोग बोलेंगे क्या कर रहे हो. So actually you have to do it imagination so that you can get the result that which one will be the largest one is a great circle. Great circle कहाँ पे मिलेगा आपको? सेंटर में, right? So let us now find out the distance between any 2 points in this case, because as we are in the case of a sphere, we are in the 3D space, correct? As we are in the case of a sphere, we are in the 3D space. So let us find out the distance between two neighboring points, say x, y, z, and x plus dx, y plus dy, dz. These are two neighboring points. Okay. Now, if I want to find out the distance between these two neighboring points, what will be the resultant? It is nothing but dx square plus dy square plus dz square. Okay. So this is what a distance formula. Okay. Now, if you go back to remember the things, if you remember, I don't know how many of you remember the relation between the Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate in a sphere. आठवते का कुणाला relation between polar coordinate and Cartesian coordinate in the sphere? This we have seen in the example of a spherical pendulum. Spherical pendulum च्या example मध्ये मी घेतलं होतं. This is what a radius are, and this it has make an angle theta. Then we have found the, actually we have constructed here some angle. Na? This is what an angle theta. आठवते का कुणाला? This was our angle phi, and this is also by using the adjacent angle. This is phi. This is also an angle theta. Correct? We're going to have from this actually somewhat difficult. Okay. From the center to this, whatever the distance we have, it is radius r. Okay.
P cos phi आणि P sin phi मॅम.
हा ते बरोबर आहे, पण p काय होतं तिथे? z हे घेऊन मी सॉल्व केलं होतं ना, आठवतात का कुणाला? स्फेरिकल पेंडुलम. In that I have told you in detailed description how there is how we have to find out the relation between Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate.
P is equals to r sin.
P is r sin theta, right? So here we can have x is nothing but r sin theta cos phi, and what is y? Y is nothing but r sin theta sin phi. And what is z? Z is nothing but r cos theta. Z we have found with the help of a figure itself. Okay. Let me remind you once again so that it will be good. This is what r square cos square theta z square is equals to nothing but r square. So what we have done for that, x square plus y square is equal to r square. We have taken common 1 minus sin square theta. 1 minus cos square we will get, that will be nothing but sin square. Okay. Then after that we have renamed this as some p, that squaring it will be p square. So x square plus y square is some p square. What will be p? X is p cos phi, बरोबर? And y is p sin phi.
Yes.
So instead of having the value of p, you have to substitute r sin theta, and you will get the result. Okay. So this is what a nothing but relation between the Cartesian coordinate and polar coordinate in case of a sphere, right? So as if we have to find out the values of dx square plus dy square plus dz square. What you have to do? We have to find out the value of dx square plus dy square plus dz square. What I have to do actually here, I have to find out the value of a dx, that is you have to find out a derivative. Okay. Similarly, we have to find out dy and dz. हे आपण ऑलरेडी केलेलं आहे. कुणाला आठवते का? We have found the value of x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. Very big derivation we have solved. And then I hope you remember we have found the value of this as r square theta dot square plus phi dot square sin square theta. आठवला का कुणाला? कुठे केलं होतं? स्फेरिकल पेंडुलम मध्येच. T चा व्हॅल्यू काढताना ना, T is nothing but 1 upon 2 mv square. What do you mean by v square? It is nothing but 1 upon 2 m. It is nothing but x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. Okay. So here we have found the value of x dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square. That is nothing but r square theta dot square plus phi dot square sin square theta. So instead of having x dot, here we have dx. Okay. So instead of having dot, we will write down d, right? So instead of writing all those, can I write directly what will be the value of dx square plus dy square plus dz square? It is equals to r square d theta square plus d phi square sin square theta. ज्यांना आठवत नाही आहे त्यांनी नोट्स बघा. X dot square plus y dot square plus z dot square we have written in detail, or you can go back to the lecture of a spherical pendulum, then you can have this. Okay. So we have found the value of dx square plus dy square plus dz square. So what will be the integration now? It is nothing but integration say from p to q. What will be the resultant term here? ds. So instead of writing the value of ds, now we can write down the value. Say integration p to q. This is nothing but under root of dx square. What is under root of dx square? It is nothing but so r square. I can take r outside. So what remains in the under root? It is d theta square plus d phi square sine square theta. Okay. Now what I have to do? I will take d theta common. Okay. So if I take a d theta common, okay, if I take a d theta common, what I get the resultant? As r is a constant term, I can take outside. So what we have inside the integration? R is a constant term. Inside the integration, we have, if I am going to take a d theta common, what we remains? 1 plus sine square theta I will keep as it is. So this will be d phi square. If I am going to take d theta square common, this will be d theta square, and if d theta square is outside of a square root, it will be simply d theta. Okay? I doubt it. Okay?
No, ma'am.
Hello.
No, ma'am.
Let us go. What you have to do now, we'll find out now what is integrand f. What is integrand f in this case? d theta ला सोडून जे काय असेल ते integrand f असेल ना. So it will be r under root of 1 plus sine square theta d phi square divided by d theta square. So this is what a value of a f. What is our integrand? What is our I? I is nothing but this. For this I to be extremum, now in this case we have to find out the minimum, right? We have to find out that sorry, geodesy is nothing but the shortest distance between the 2 points in the so here in the case of geodesy on the surface of a sphere is a arc of a great circle. Okay, so we have to find out the minimum distance, shortest distance between the 2 points. Okay, so for that for I to be extremum, f must satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation, right? F must satisfy Euler-Lagrange's equation. Now, in this case, Euler-Lagrange's equation will not be the same as in the case of x and y. So, what will be the change? If you are confusing with theta and all, what we will do is actually it will be just like say here it is dou f. Okay, can you tell me now what will be dou f by here d by which term and here also which is equals to 0. काय असणार आहे इथे?
Dou
Hello.
f by dou theta.
Dou f by dou theta. Why theta?
No, ma'am. Dou f by dou phi minus d by
Correct.
d theta.
I integration of f of dx. इथे जे काही dx असेल ना d by dx. Okay. So here whatever we have here d theta. So we have to take here d. जे काही remaining असेल ते इथे लिहिणार ना. Is dou phi and here it is dou
Dou
phi.
phi dash.
Okay. Is the clear idea is clear for every student? Whenever you have the
Yes, ma'am.
depending on that integrand, you have to find out the Euler-Lagrange's equation. Every time it is not necessary that your Euler-Lagrange's equation will be in terms of x and y. It depends on in the value of integrand I. Whenever you are having the integration with respect to theta, you have to write down d by d theta instead of having d by dx. Okay, and the corresponding changes. Okay, now let us find out the next values. Okay, what do you have to do now? Dou phi by dou f by dou phi. We have to find out f is known to you. And you know phi dash also. Phi dash means what? It is nothing but d phi by d theta. Just like our dy by dx. What you do for dy by dx, it is nothing but y dash. So here also I have renamed this d phi by d theta is phi dash. And as it is a square, so hence I have written phi dash square. Okay. Now you have to tell me what is the value of the dou f by dou phi. Phi ची टर्म दिसते का f मध्ये?
No, ma'am. It is 0.
Okay. So what will dou f by dou phi? It will be 0 minus d by d theta of. Okay. Dou f by dou phi dash. What will be dou f by dou phi dash? As r is a constant, we can keep it outside. So now we have to evaluate the integration of this under root with respect to phi dash. Sorry, derivative of this term with respect to phi dash. Okay, tell me what is the derivative dou f by dou phi dash?
1 upon 2 under root 1 plus
And 1 plus sine.
sine square theta phi dash square
Uh,
into 2 phi dash.
Again you are doing the same mistake. We have to find out the derivative of this whole term. Under root च्या मध्ये जे काही असेल त्याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह काढतो ना आपण. What is the derivative of under root of f? It is nothing but 1 upon 2 root f. Is 1 upon 2 root f and derivative of f. So what is f now in this case? It is nothing but, or rather as f is already we are using. So what is the derivative of g under root g? It is nothing but 1 upon under root of 2g, and we have to find out the derivative of g also. So what is a function here? G, it is nothing but 1 plus sine square theta pi dash square. Derivative of
2
1 is
phi dash sine square theta.
okay. So it is 2 phi dash sine square theta. So this 2 get cancelled. This 1 upon as we are getting. So which is equals to 0. So this minus sign also we can merge out, and we can have the resultant term as r as it is. This d by d theta will keep as it is r, and next it is phi dash, and next it is sine square theta. Okay, r phi dash sine square theta divided by under root of 1 plus sine square theta and phi dash square. Okay, which is equals to 0. Now if I am going to find out the derivative with respect to theta, these terms will be much more difficult to solve, and it is complicated, but we want to solve it very easily. So what you will do is we will find out the integration of the above term, integrating above equation with respect to theta. And if I am going to integrate the above equation with respect to theta, integration derivative with respect to theta will get cancelled, and we'll get this whole term r phi dash sine square theta divided by under root of 1 plus sine square theta phi dash square is equal to some constant. As we are going to integrate it, the integration with respect to theta and derivative with respect to theta will get cancelled, and we get the term f, that is a function itself, which is equal to some constant c. Okay, r is also constant. This constant I can take on the another side, and it will be phi dash sine square theta divided by under root of 1 plus sine square theta pi dash square, which is equals to c upon r. That will be some another constant, say c dash. Okay, कुठेही डाउट असेल तर मध्ये okay. Pi dash sine square theta I will write down, which is equals to c dash into under root of 1 plus sine square theta into phi dash square. Okay, but just I have multiplied it, right? So after this, what you have to do? We have to do squaring on both sides so that this under root will be cancel out. Okay, this will be phi dash square, and instead of sine square, it will be now sine dash to 4 theta is equals to c dash square. Write it dash, so otherwise it will be looking like 12. So what I will get here in this, it is nothing but 1 plus sine square theta phi dash square. Square root get cancelled as we are going to squaring on both sides. Okay. Now, what I will do is actually will write down the equation now in terms of phi dash square. Okay. So if I want to write down the equation in terms of phi dash square, I have to take phi dash square common from both terms. So if I take a phi dash square common from these two terms, what I remain in the bracket it is sine dash to 4 theta minus c dash square plus c dash square. Phi dash square we have taken common and here it is sine square theta which is equal to what I get simply c dash square. If you are confusing, let me write down c dash square plus here it is c dash square phi dash square sine square theta. What you have to do, we have to take a phi dash square common from this and this. Okay. Now here you can see we can take a one more term common which is nothing but sine square theta. If I take sine square theta common, we remains with here sine square theta minus c dash square which is equals to some constant c dash square. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So phi dash square is equal to what I get is c dash square divided by sine square theta. Here is also sine square theta minus c dash square. Okay, what I have to do now? Next step, we will just find out what is a square root on both side. What I will get after taking a square root on both side, it will be phi dash c dash and is nothing but c upon r. No, so instead of having c, so under root of this it will be c dash divided by it will be sine theta and this is nothing but under root of sine square theta minus c dash square. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you understood or how many of you know about how to find out the integration of this. I hope you have used a substitution method if you want to solve the integration, right? So, see, instead of doing that, what you will do is actually if I take a sine square theta common here, so we'll get some terms in such a way that we can solve the integration. This is also okay, but we'll do from the last step. So this will be phi dash square is equals to c dash square sine square theta. And if I take sine square theta again common, it will be sine raised to 4 theta, right? So here we will get 1 minus c square or c dash square the c dash square and here we will get 1 upon sine square theta. So that will be I can write it as cosec square theta, right? From this step. कळालं का सगळ्यांना? Sine square theta common.
Yes, ma'am.
And upon sine square theta is nothing but cosec square. Okay. So what will be this 1 upon sine square? Sorry, sine raised to 4. 1 upon sine raised to
Cosec raised to 4.
cosec raised to 4 theta divided by 1 minus c dash square cosec square theta. Okay. Now, what I will do actually, so now we will write down this cosec square theta in terms of cot. What is the relation between cosec and cot? The cosec square theta is nothing but 1 plus cot square theta. In the denominator, we will substitute this. C dash square cosec square theta divided by 1 minus c dash square. So instead of having cosec square, we will write down 1 plus cot square theta. Okay. Now, what we will do, we will take constant term outside and solve this integration, right? So for that, what we will do, we will take under root of 1 minus c square outside. Or rather, we will do first thing, we will just find out the under root. So it will be c dash cosec theta divided by under root of 1 minus c square minus c dash square cot square theta. Okay. Now, this under root of 1 minus c dash square, if I take outside, what we will remain phi dash is equal to c dash cosec theta here outside, and if I take under root of 1 minus c dash square outside, what we will remain inside this? If I take 1 minus c dash square outside, it will be simply 1 minus c dash square. In here, there is no term of 1 minus c dash square, so we have to divide by that term, and here it is cot square theta. I am doing just simplification. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you understood what I have done? I have taken just 1 minus c dash square outside so that we can rename this c dash square upon 1 minus c dash square some another constant. Okay. What I will do, simply we will rename c dash upon under root of 1 minus c dash square. We'll rename this as some another constant, say capital K. So what will be the value of this term now? If I am going to square this will be nothing but k square is equals to c dash square upon 1 minus c dash square. Okay. So let me write down the value of k here. Pi dash is equals to k cosec theta divided by under root of 1 minus k square cot square theta. Okay. Now we will find out the actually here it should be cosec raised to 4 theta होता ना, कोणी सांगितलं नाही मला. इथे 4 होता. 4 असेल तर अंडर रूट घेतल्यानंतर इथे कोसेक स्क्वेअर येणार. इथे पण कोसेक स्क्वेअर. So here also it will be square. Actually it is 1 by sin raised to 4. So it will be cosec raised to 4. So if you take under root, it will be cosec square. So now we have to use a integration, and in the integration we'll use the substitution method to solve this. Okay. So what is our phi dash? We have, it is nothing but d phi by d theta. It is just like our y dash. Y dash is nothing but dy by dx. Right. So for that we will find out the integration of this above term with respect to theta, because it is nothing but d phi by d theta. Okay. So let us write down the integrating above equation with respect to theta we get. What will be the resultant? As you are going to integrate, it will be phi and integration of k cosec square theta divided by under root of 1 minus k square cot square theta. And here we are going to integrate with respect to theta, and let us take some another constant. That constant of integration we can have, it is some constant, say alpha. Okay. So now if you are going to integrate, at that time let us use t is equals to substitution method k square, or rather we can have t square is equal to k square cot square theta. Rather we can write in general as k is k cot theta is nothing but the value of a t. So value of this term we are going to substitute. By using substitution method we have to solve this integration. आठवतंय ना सगळ्यांना सबस्टिट्यूशन मेथड इंटिग्रेशन मध्ये सॉल्व केलेत ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
t is equal to k cot theta. So what will be the value of dt? We have to find out. K is a constant. So what will be the value of a cot, derivative of cot?
minus cosec square theta.
Minus cosec square theta d theta we have to write down, because we don't know. Actually we are finding dt itself. So hence we will write down derivative of theta also. Okay, so it will be dt is equal to minus k cosec square theta d theta. Okay, now again we have to do the substitution. Again come back. It will be phi is equals to integration. The value of this term we are going to find out, as it is with negative. So this k cosec square theta d theta, it will be nothing but minus of d divided by under root of 1 minus t square, and this constant alpha as it is. Now can you tell me what is the value of this integration?
Sin inverse x. Sin
Inverse.
inverse.
Correct. So it is nothing but sin inverse of t plus alpha. Okay. We'll do some simplification. Up to now it is clear. So what we will do now, we will find out what is sin inverse of t will be nothing but If I take this minus sign here, it will be nothing but alpha minus phi. So this I can write it as sine inverse of t is equals to alpha minus phi. Okay. So now I can write the value of t as sine of alpha minus theta. Correct? Sorry, alpha minus phi. बरोबर आहे ना?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
सो टीच्या व्हॅल्यू काय होतं आपल्याकडे टी इज नथिंग बट के कॉट थिटा इथे सबस्टिट्यूट केलं होतं ना टी इज नथिंग बट के कॉट थिटा सो लेट मी राईट डाउन द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ टी इज के कॉट थिटा इज इक्वल्स टू साइन ऑफ अल्फा मायनस फाय ओके नाव what is the value of cot theta we have it is nothing but cos theta upon sin theta which is equals to sine of alpha minus phi प्रूव्ह काय करायचं आपल्याला विचारलेत का
Great circle.
we have to prove we have a equation of a great circle so here sin theta now let me use a formula for sin of a minus b what is the formula for sin of a minus b it is nothing but
Sin A sin B minus cos
no
A
no
cos
no
B. Sin A cos
sin
B minus sin
uh,
B cos A.
cos alpha sin phi sin of a minus b this is the formula right so now let us multiply by r is a constant term we can multiply by r on both sides so we can have this is k times r cos theta is equals to now if I take a sin alpha outside so what I remain inside the bracket r sin theta cos phi minus right so here also if we multiply by r it will be cos alpha if I take outside what I remains inside it is r sin theta sin phi सगळेजण इथेपर्यंत सॉल्व्ह करतात त्याच्यानंतर आठवत नाही की आपल्याला काय करायचं सो वी हॅव टू मल्टिप्लाय बाय आर सो दॅट हिअर दिस इज नथिंग बट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ झेड what is this this is nothing but your value of x and what is this is nothing but the value of a y correct relation between the Cartesian and polar coordinate कुठे होतं relation here we have written the relation what is the relation between Cartesian polar coordinate x is r sin theta cos y is r sin theta sin phi z is r cos theta so after coming to the last step you have to just multiply by r so that we can have this in the form of a x y z so it is nothing but k into z correct is equals to sin alpha इथे sin alpha हे कॉमन घेतलं sin theta inside घेतलं right so here also this sin theta I have taken inside and this cos alpha if I take outside so if I multiply r so this will be nothing but sin alpha and this is x minus cos alpha this is the value of a y okay so now can anyone tell me what is this equation kz is equal to sin alpha x minus cos alpha don't be worried about cos alpha and sin alpha these are some number ना अल्फा काय होता आपला अल्फा हे कॉन्स्टंट ऑफ इंटिग्रेशन होतं ना इथे जे आलेला अल्फा ते कॉन्स्टंट ऑफ इंटिग्रेशन आहे म्हणजे साइन अल्फा कॉस अल्फा काय येणार आहे हे पण कॉन्स्टंट नंबर येणार आहे करेक्ट के झेड इज इक्वल टू काय येणार मग सम कॉन्स्टंट नंबर इंटू एक्स minus some constant number into y. Suppose it is a and b. So what is this equation? Okay, let me write down this. What is ax plus by plus cz is equal to d? आता जर आठवलं का असे इक्वेशन सॉल्व नाही केलेत सायमल्टेनियस इक्वेशन ऑफ अ प्लेन equal to 0 what will happen this plane passes through the origin हॅलो झोपलेत का सगळे
आहे मॅम
हा आठवत आहे का कुणाला हे इक्वेशन कशाची आहे इक्वेशन ऑफ
Plane.
we have solved many equation in this manner a11 x1 plus a12 x2 प्लस a1 3x3 इज इक्वल टू d1 केलं होतं ना असे इक्वेशन.
येस मॅम.
आपण सायमल्टेनियस इक्वेशन सॉल्व्ह केलो त्याच्यानंतर आपण सांगतो की हे 3 इक्वेशन असेल तर नो सोल्युशन एक्झॅक्ट सोल्युशन अँड देन वी गो फॉर झिरो सोल्युशन. आठवत आहे का कुणाला? हॅलो. नाही आठवत असेल तर आजचा होमवर्क हे we have to find out these are equations of plane no, so there is no solution case and there is infinitely many solution or there is a zero solution, right? So this is nothing but the equation of a plane. Minus काय येणार आहे हे abc constant आहे ना, so this is nothing but the equation of plane. So there is no constant term here. D है 0 है ना. If D is 0, what is this equation? This equation of a plane will be, this is the equation of a plane in 3D space and it is passing through the origin. Okay, as it is passing through the origin, so we can say now this equation of a plane will passes through the origin. That means now what is origin? Origin is nothing but the your center of a sphere. Correct, na? So origin is nothing but your center of the sphere. So what I will have, assume that you are having a sphere. So in that sphere, we are going to insert a plane. Okay, sphere मध्ये आपण plane insert करतोय. Correct. Suppose that you are having a football and you are going to insert a one card sheet, or assume that you are going to insert वन आयरन प्लेट पत्रा, स्ट्रेट पत्रा जो रहता है ना उसको इंसर्ट कर रहे हो. अज्यूम करो कि आप एक स्फीयर के अंदर एक पत्रा इंसर्ट कर रहे हो, राइट? अज्यूम दैट वी आर हैविंग अ स्फीयर एंड वी आर गोइंग टू इंसर्ट वन प्लेन. So what will be the intersection of these two, plane and a sphere? Both are from center itself, na? Because if you are getting this equation, this is not involving any constant term d. So if constant term d is 0, so this is nothing but the equation of a plane passing through origin. And if you are going to insert this in the this inside, so here it will pass through the origin. Origin काय आपला center of sphere आहे. काय रिझल्टंट येणार आहे? एक स्फिअर घ्या, एक प्लेन घ्या, दोन्ही इन्सर्ट करा. रिझल्टंट काय येणार आहे दोघांचा इंटरसेक्शन? It is nothing but arc of a great circle. Now you are going to get a circle. Okay. This plane passes through the origin, the center of a sphere, which gives the arc of a great circle. Then hence geodesy on the surface of a sphere is a arc of a great circle. Okay. काय सांगतात मॅडम, काय कळेना. बरोबर ना? डेरिवेशन पर्यंत ठीक होता, इथे काय कळालं नाही. Correct? The equation of plane है, and this equation of a plane is passing through the origin. And what is your origin? Origin is nothing but the center. So hence what we get the resultant is we are going to get a arc of a great circle. If we are going to intersect this, whatever the resultant we are getting is nothing but a circle. Imagine करा तुमच्याकडे एक sphere है and you are going to insert a plane, and whatever the intersection of these two we are going to get, that will be nothing but a circle. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
I hope you are having the next lecture. You can leave the meeting and join the next lecture, please. Yes, remaining people, please leave the meeting and you can join the next lecture. Thank you.